Year 12, as Morrison says in Carpool, it's been real, it's been emotional. I'd like to start by saying I feel cheated. I thought by the time I left high school, I would actually feel old enough to be leaving high school. This is not the case. Coming to the school in Year 9, I almost felt underqualified to make this speech. However, I think perhaps it is the fact that Fort Street was such a lifeline to me in my 3rd year of high school that I'm finding it so hard to accept saying goodbye. Shit. I guarantee you this has nothing to do with the absolute uncertainty of what I want to do with my future. Starting in Year 9, firstly, I can only apologise to the most beautiful group of friends I have made here for bringing down the reputation of our group's general academic excellence. I'm sorry. But if I hadn't come here, I wouldn't have grown to love this truly special school so much, which despite striving for academic excellence, has always reminded me that there is more to life than the marks we get, and to enjoy my high school experience while it lasts. So here we are, and our high school experience lasts no longer. And we are actually saying goodbye. Over the past few weeks, amongst flop making and carefully considered procrastination, I'll admit a lot of us have failed to keep up our study for the HSC. But with the whirlwind of emotions tied to this looming graduation, it's been near impossible. I know for a start that we're really excited. We're excited to leave behind the stress of assignments and exams and tedious PowerPoints, centimetre-thick modern history, syllabus summaries, and the most terrible, irritable Mod C. Excited to discover the world beyond this Fort Street bubble. However, this also comes with being apprehensive of the new challenges we'll face, and hopeful that some lessons we've learnt here have paid off. I know that true resilience and perseverance can be found at the State Library, a quiet place, where you must suffer silently as you sit a week before trials, trying to memorise a year's worth of content. But despite how quickly this has come upon us, and the apprehension of our futures, I am just really proud of the ever-entertaining, intelligent, and beautiful group of people before me, and the effort we're all putting on this final stretch, whether it be study or mock-up focused. Yes, the Year 9 history dance may have been the last event we were all actually present at, and some may say our year cohesion or lack thereof is weak. And yes, it's been viewed that our year is full of dropkicks. But despite all this, through our tumultuous Year 12 experience, I found we were also full of kindness. Finding comfort from friends you already had, and those you didn't know you had until now. To be honest, I'm proud that we're still alive. I know many tears have been shed, many past papers have been given up on, and many late notes have been printed, but we persevere. I will miss this cohort of mismatched, lively and kind people. I'll miss, and notably I'm shocked to realise that I'll miss, sitting here at assemblies. I'll miss warranting insults from various teachers. I'm totally going to miss wearing the school uniform every day. I'll miss the weird and wonderful conversations that arise from 1.5 hours being forced to sit and eat with your friends 5 days a week. I will miss the office ladies for their friendly conversation when you're in the office for whatever reason, and the fact that they print a late note for late bus/train as you walk in putting away your car keys. I know that I am truly sad at the thought of not being taught by my teachers again. The mentors who have spent the last 2 years joyously terrorising us with heavy content that we can't keep up with. Shout out to the English faculty for knowing how to teach the new syllabus just about as well as we knew how to learn it. Thanks for trying. To Mr. Morrison, we thank you for being the strict dad we didn't know we needed. I'll admit at times the rules you have set down have really pissed us off. Underneath the passive emails and detention handouts, I think that we've learned you've always had our best interests at heart, personal and collectively. And we appreciate all the behind-the-scenes work that's done in benefit of our grade, and your willingness to embarrass yourself for our own enjoyment. Although I must say, drenching you yesterday in the water fight was truly cathartic. To Mr. Hazenbein. To Mr. Hazenbein. Your caring nature toward our grade has been such a constant, supportive presence over the past 6 years, for me. We are so incredibly lucky to have had you as our year coordinator, playing a part in all the wonderful shared experiences we've had, like the memorable camps and picnics. You always reminded us to keep things big picture, providing such calming reassurance when all feels chaotic and scary, and your advice is ever present in encouraging us to be the best versions of ourselves. Ms. Propsting, thank you for also guiding us through these past few years. Again, a lot of the work you do is in the background, or the one-on-one conversations checking up on how we're going. But this is not unnoticed. We will miss your beautiful singing voice, being the guide in tone at assembly, despite your forgetting the lyrics. I want the juniors to know that despite how much you don't like certain teachers or subjects, or school itself at the moment, in the last 2 years, I have really learned that the teachers here, well, most of them, are not only brilliant educators, but just genuinely decent people. So I must advise you that you use them. However, do not engage in political discussions with Mr. Fisher. But seriously, our teachers have made this year not only tolerable, but actually enjoyable. Whether it be providing us with the well-needed sustenance of sugar-filled goodies, or just their constant support during all our different highs and lows. Teachers are so undervalued in society, and yet they play one of the most important roles, forming and shaping us as people and the way we think about our world. They hold the power to either inspire you to learn or to completely suck the life out of you with brain-numbing content, but I've never felt more inspired. We thank you for your passion and for your dedication. So, looking back on our time at the fort, I have realised that in most cases it seems, I know mine, during those draining, tedious and repetitive years of high school that you spent boasting about how much you want to leave, you actually end up forming relationships, enduring and enjoying the experiences that in the end are what makes leaving so hard. So, to end, a quote by the forever trusty Winnie the Pooh. Goodbye. Oh no, please. Can't we go back to page 1 and do it all over again? Thank you, Fort Street. Thank you, class of 2019. Future awaits.
Start crying.
Thank you, Hazel, for those words. Hello there.
Here we go.
No matter how good you think your favourite cheese is, mine's Gouda.
God's sake! You have one job, man.
Sorry, that was cheesy. I didn't know how to start. But then again, we never really know how to start.
Aww.
In the beginning, feeling lost and alone, and attacked by Danny's rat tail. But we've all changed so much over the years. Finn got... Finn got rid of his glasses and braces, and Eve now has pink hair. And I'm pretty sure you won't somehow got shorter. I'll get back to my point on how much we've changed. But first, I'd like to talk about the importance of friendship. So, to help make this point, let me take you to a place where I've spent most of year 12. The 4-unit classroom, because I'm a 4-unit. I'll be honest, it's one of my favorite classes. Not because of the maths. I mean, maths is fun and all, and Mr. Barton's a legend. But 8 periods of maths a week just made me want to commit myself to other subjects. But the only thing that kept me from doing that are the other guys who sat at the back of me. When we're long gone from this place, I won't remember how to do complex numbers or calculus. All I'll remember are the people who helped me get through all that. I'll remember how much you all meant to me, and how just by showing up, you managed to turn what should have been such a boring time into my favorite classroom to be in. I hope that everyone here can do the same. Don't forget all the people who have made these years, which would have otherwise been miserable, into some of the best years of our lives. I know I'm not meant to talk about this. Most of us will go our own separate ways after tonight. It sucks. It really sucks. But as Mr. J. Koit likes to remind us, what to do, eh? Once we walk out those doors as students for the last time, I don't know what path I'll follow, but I just hope that wherever it takes me, it'll one day bring me back to you guys. And when that day finally comes, because it will, we can sit down and remember all the fun times we had together. We'll remember all the times Mr. Hasbine's come to speak to us, always starting each message with his patented, hello. We'll remember all the dodgeball games we played back in year 7, and all the ones we've crammed into this last week after falling back in love with it. But until the day comes, I'll just remember having the best friends I could have ever asked for. But it's not just friends who have made these 6 years so impactful. Of course, without our amazing teachers, we'd have nothing to show for all our time spent here. 5 days a week, these guys come in and explain seemingly irrelevant content to a room full of rowdy students who don't even want to be there really. But their amazing work extends far beyond the classroom. First, I have to mention all the precious time given up to support our own endeavors, whether it's waking up early for CHS trainings, or spending days away from families to make sure we don't die at our camps or Duke of Ed House. The list goes on. But on top of that is the strong guidance they give us. I'll never forget all the times Mr. Hazelvines called me outside of classrooms that I got kicked out of, always stopping for a quick chat and giving me the new perspective I needed to help make sense of this confusing world. All the times Miss Arkham had me visit her office every day after school, just to make sure I was staying on track. It's the little things, from the small tidbits of advice here and there, to the comforting smiles, which inspire us to keep moving forward. It's the little things which have helped me grow from a boy who showed up late to every class and always got in trouble, to the person I am today. So to all the teachers who believed in us, who never let us give up on ourselves, and who continue to shape the future, you're the real MVPs. Anyway, I'm out of time, so I'll wrap things up. Like I said before, you never really know how to start, but in the end, that doesn't matter. I don't feel alone. I came in with a bunch of other equally awkward tweens, but I'm headed out with a family, brothers and sisters that I'll be ready to go to war with. I do, however, still feel lost, but it's a different kind of lost from when I first got here. I don't feel lost because of these looming buildings, or the intimidating teachers. I feel lost because I'm not sure what I'll do without this place that I've grown to call home. So after tonight, I want you guys to remember 3 things. 1, remember your friends. Remember how much they mean to you. In 50 years, when we're walking through these halls, guided by bored year 10 kids who just want to get out of class, remember all those precious hours we spent, stuck inside these moldy rooms together. 2, remember all the amazing work the teachers do for us, all the sacrifices they make, and all the time and effort put into guiding us both in and out of the classroom. And last but not least, number 3, you're all beautiful people full of fun. It's been an amazing 6 years. You guys have been great. Thank you all so much.